usual good morning video. We were at a shelter last night, and I would record at the shelter, but not everybody wants to be on camera, and kind of invasive privacy because, you know, somebody might be getting changed, somebody might be eating, and, you know, I don't like sticking my camera in people's faces. I certainly wouldn't like that. So that was Standing Indian Shelter, and today we're just going 7.5 miles to Carter Shelter, and tomorrow will be Mount Albert, which is the 100-mile marker. So yeah, I didn't get a good night's sleep again. I'm hoping that I'll settle in soon enough and sleep, but I was dreaming of my friend Lynn back home. Hi, Lynn Beals. So as soon as I get to town and have service, I'm gonna call her. Haven't spoken to her in, well, at least a year, I don't know. But it's a nice day. It's foggy, but it's not raining. So I guess that qualifies as a nice day right now. And it's warm enough. I'm actually sweating as we're going uphill. But yeah, there was some great people there last night. Peach, Gopher, and Papa John. And Joel, getting there. This is his trail name now. And me. And it looks to be a full shelter tonight. I think there's going to be 8 people. Because Legs and Webster and Rooster are, I think, planning to go there. Regardless, you don't know these names. I do. Okay, tally-ho. Just reached the summit, and there's no view. I'll show you the view right over here. You know what I think? By having all this fog and no views will make the clear skies majestic, and I will be thrilled to have the first wide open view of the abyss. And I think fog is so beautiful. It's kind of eerie, isn't it? But so pretty. I actually like it. Can't beat it, join it, right? Listening to music this morning. I think I might put a book on tape. I downloaded maybe 4 or 5 before I left my house. I don't even remember which ones they are, so I think I'll listen to music for an hour or so, and then have silence for an hour or so, and then listen to a book, and that maybe will lead me to my destination for the day. As Joel says, getting smushed by a downed tree will sure ruin your hike. Rate, I'm gonna be really late getting to the shelter tonight, and I don't care. I've intentionally slowed my pace because I find this so beautiful, like move me to tears beautiful. It won't transfer to you, and that makes me sad. So get out here and hike this trail. It's awesome. A little 2-minute break, little energy. Use the ladies' room, which is right over there. 3.2 miles to go to the shelter. Here you can see what appears to be an area that was burned out at some point. I need to look. I know there were a few fires last year. If someone can weigh in, I'll try to remember when I get to town and have service so I can do a little research. But the bottoms of all these trees are burned and they're dead. I'm just north of Standing Indian Shelter and south of Carter Gap. So if anyone who knows this trail can weigh in, when and what was the story here with this fire. It's very sad. No sooner did I say it was a beautiful section when I approached the burnout. This is convincing me that I'm going to be wet in just a few minutes. That's where I need to go. And that's wet and slippery. And I don't know if you can see that log down there just breaks off onto a branch. And yeah, alternate route. Instead of the log, I walked over there and just crossed on the rocks in the river. Use my noggin, stay dry. Rain, rain, go away. I can't complain. It's been 2 days without rain, but it just came down in buckets. I get to try out my umbrella. I'll let you know if I love it or not. I don't know if it's gonna get caught on trees or not, but it's a pretty small umbrella. Anyway, I'm gonna use 2 hands because the roots are slippery. Oh, don't want to get killed. No sooner did I say that, literally 40 seconds, and I wiped out. I just picked myself up off the ground, and my butt is muddy and soaked. I slipped on a root. I slipped on that root right there and just went right down and landed right there on my butt. And it's really difficult to get up with a backpack on, so I had to take my backpack off while I was sitting there and getting more and more wet. Grr! I'm not injured, and that's all I can say. And it looks like I have another creek to cross over here. Slow, don't worry. I'm looking at my feet, but no shortage of water. I gotta cross that stream right here and get over there. Easy, but not with a phone. Almost at the shelter, and I did not fall again, thank God. My left knee's bugging me, not from the fall, but just probably cold and rainy, and it hasn't felt the same since it started bothering me last week, but it hasn't been painful, so I'm just babying it a little bit. I'll be there in like 0.1 miles. I'm actually looking for the sign right now. Should be in good company. Hopefully there's one spot left. It sleeps 8, this shelter, and I should be the 8th person arriving based on the people that passed me. Fingers crossed, because I don't want to set my tent up in the rain, although I would. So I'd rather just be in the shelter, though. It's a lot easier. And here we go. I see the blue blaze. That should lead to the shelter. So on the right-hand side, you see the white blaze saying that there's a crossing. The Appalachian Trail, this one here. 2 blazes, one on top of the other, means go straight. And here we go. 2 blue ones, so I'm going to turn left. And here's my sign anyway. I don't see it. Hopefully it's not like a half mile off the trail. That'll be annoying. Carter Gap Shelter. Destination complete. Sadly, because I'm a slow hiker, the shelter is full. It sleeps 8, according to the book. There are 7 men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6 mats, but I'm the 7th person, so I don't know. I'm supposed to sleep 8, but I am out in the dust. I was the last one to arrive. I got my tent set up in the rain. although it has stopped raining. But there's my tent, and as usual, I'm the only woman, and I'm getting annoyed by it. But the people are very nice, and some of the younger guys they found a carabiner and bear line stuck in trees, and they went to get them out, but now I don't see them. So, But this is the site. And there's my tent, and there's the shelter. Well, I tried dry pitching it, and worked okay, but I had just gotten it down pat, setting up the regular way by doing the tent and then the fly, and I know just how taut to pull the lines and where to position them. So now I have a learning curve by setting up the fly first, so it doesn't cave in and touch the tent, and I'm not real happy with it. So it's a process. It's supposed to rain. It's been rainy, and it's already saggy and might be touching the tent, so I got to play around with it. I'm not amused. I want to sleep in the shelter. This just really stinks because everything's wet. I got my rain suit on, so it's been about an hour and a half. I'm still wearing my hiking clothes, but I have my raincoat and rain pants on as a vapor barrier. And in theory, in about 2 hours or so, my hiking clothes should be fairly dry. I don't want to put on my sleep clothes yet, and I only have a hiking outfit and a sleeping outfit. Because it's still drizzling, and I'll be back and forth to the shelter, especially at dinner. So after I have dinner, then I know I'm back in my tent for good. Then I'll put on my sleep clothes, but I just don't want to get those wet. So I'm still in damp hiking clothes with my rain jacket and rain pants, and I'm chilly, and my rain pants are muddy, and everything's damp. It's not fun right now. The good thing is there's Wi-Fi, so I'm going to charge my phone and maybe text or call a couple friends, keep me company, but I don't want to use too much of my battery. Anti-inflammatories, and I want to elevate my feet, but it's hard to do in my tent. I was hoping to be in the shelter where I could lie down and put my feet up on the wall, which is what I usually do. They'd move over for me. They're really nice people, but I'd be on somebody else's sleeping pad, and I wouldn't want somebody on mine being all gross, so I'm not even going to ask. So I don't know, but my feet are puffy. I gotta trim my nails. These are nasty. Ew, they're dirty. Oh well. Anti-inflammatories. I'm not amused. It's only 5 o'clock and I'm in my tent and it's pouring. Everybody else is in the shelter. There's room for 8, according to the AWOL guide. And there's 7 men in there. And I'm the only woman again. And I'm in my tent. And they're all in there socializing. Man, I'm having a pity party. All by myself. And it's raining. I knew it. There is a little leak in my tent. See that? And on my sleeping bag. Is not good. It's only 5 o'clock, pouring out, and it's got a little leak. It's going to make for a long night. If it gets too bad, I'm just going to go in the shelter and tell them to move over. Oh boy. I had this tent all last year. I think maybe that's the culprit right there. Well, I'll be in Franklin in 2 days, so maybe if it's dry, I'll set it up and put a garden hose on it, see if I can't find a leak, and patch it. I really don't want to spend money on a new tent.